Operation Bravo was CSGO's second ever operation. It followed hot on the heels of Operation Payback, releasing just 3 weeks after, running from September the 19th, 2013, all the way till February the 5th, 2014. There were quite a few big quality of life updates for Operation Bravo too, but it was also the first time skins were bundled with an operation. The Operation Pass was sold for just $5.99, same as Operation Payback, but was discounted towards the end all the way down to just 99 cents, making it very accessible for just about everybody by the end. Speaking of everyone getting to experience the operation, they mix up the formula quite significantly for Operation Bravo. For example, instead of 7 community-made maps only being casual and being exclusively available for Operation Pass holders, this time around there was 8 maps available, and they were available in casual, deathmatch, and competitive. Moreover, you didn't need to actually own a pass to play them, just have a friend who had bought it already. Yet another great way of getting more people involved in the operation, even without paying. Even more interestingly, a second big update launched during the time that Operation Bravo was running, bringing 2 more much-loved maps to the game, the remade and remastered version of Decobble, and excitingly, the brand new map Overpass. Both were added during the Winter Offensive update, alongside the Winter Offensive case, but because they fell during the time of the Operation Bravo, I'll be covering them both here. The maps included were CS Agency by Puddy and Rick, D Alley by Squad, D Cache by FM Pone, Volcano and Pen E, D Chinatown by Skybex, D Gwalia by FM Pone and Coquette, D Ruins by 3DNJ, CS Siege by Nothing, El Moros and 3DNJ, and returning for a second time, DC Side by Tanuki. Then, following the Winter Offensive update, Decobble by Valve, and D-Overpass, also by Valve. CS Agency would go on to feature in several other upcoming operations before being added to the game permanently until the release of CS2. D-Cache followed in a similar wake as Agency, before being added to the game permanently and even included in the professional map pool for a significant amount of time. Decobble and D-Overpass were obviously cooked in-house by Valve, and would go on to both be legendary and nostalgic maps for every Counter-Strike player.
Chicken coop! Chicken fucking coop!
And interestingly, CS Siege saw quite a lot of love quite late into CSGO's lifecycle, popularised by skins YouTubers and streamers as it was a map with beautiful and varied lighting, perfect for showing off skins. The problem with the operation coins being too grindy was also addressed. Instead of needing to play 10 hours to upgrade to silver and 50 hours to upgrade to gold, Valve changed the progression to instead be bronze by buying the pass, with 10 hours of playtime and 5 competitive wins on the operation maps to get silver, and then finally 30 hours of playtime and 15 competitive wins on operation maps to get gold. Again, there were still no missions per se in order to help you level up your coin, but the extra requirements of winning games on operation maps could be interpreted that way. Furthermore, Diamond was still completely unattainable as it just simply didn't exist yet. Operation Bravo featured 2 new weapon skin collections, being the Alpha Collection and the Bravo Collection. Back before we had the XP system in Counter-Strike, there used to be random time drops, meaning you never quite knew when you were going to get a case or a weapon dropped, and the Alpha Collection played into this. In order to be eligible to get Alpha weapon skins dropped, you had to buy the Operation Bravo pass, but the most peculiar thing was that in order to get Operation Bravo cases dropped, you didn't need the pass at all. It's available to everyone. This way, Bravo pass holders still felt they were getting a benefit for buying the pass, in at least a skin sense, but everybody that played during that time still got to experience part of the operation. With all these new skins flying around, I think it's only fitting to show you them all. Starting with the bottom of the Alpha Collection, there's the M249 Jungle DD Pat, Tech 9 Anodized Gunmetal, MP9 Dry Season, MP7 Groundwater, the XM1014 Jungle, and finally the Tech 9 Tornado. Going up a tier, there's the Sword Off Mosaico, the P250 Facets, the SSG-08 Mayan Dreams, the Negev Palm, and the Glock 18 Sand Dune. Moving on to the mil-specs, there is only 3 of which, being the PP Bison Rustcoat, the AUG Anodized Navy, and the Mag 7 Hazard. Finally, at the top tier of Restricted, and for some reason, there is a Scar 20 Emerald, and the FAMAS Spitfire, which I can actually show you in-game as this is my personal one. Moving on to the Operation Bravo case, which again was far less exclusive as everybody had access to these random drops, we start in mil-spec with the UMP-45 Bone Pile, the G3SG-1 Demeter, the Nova Tempest, the Galil AR Shattered, the SG553 Wave Spray, which I also own as part of my iBuy Power collection, and the Dual Beretta's Black Limber. Moving up a tier into Restricted gives us the M4A1S Brightwater, the MAC-10 Graven, the M4A4 Zerka, and the USPS Overgrowth. Penultimately is the classified weapons, of which there are only 3, the P2000 Ocean Foam, the AWP Graphite, and the P90 Emerald Dragon. Finally, and arguably some of the most famous covert weapons, especially out of the case, is the Desert Eagle Golden Koi, which in CS2 looks more like a silver koi, Valve please thanks, and the infamous AK-47 Fire Serpent. While I do put aside a small budget for these videos, there was no way in hell I was going to buy one of these for a video, at least not without a gambling sponsorship. The knives you can unbox out of this case were the original knives in the standard finishes. The knives being the karambit, the bayonet, the M9 bayonet, the gut knife, and the flip knife, all available in vanilla, fade, slaughter, case hardened, stained, blue steel, night, crimson web, beryl forest, scorched, safari mesh, urban mast, and forest DD pattern. I can actually show you one of these, as I own the #1 most battle-scarred gut knife beryl forest, and I am very, very proud of this fact. So, Operation Bravo. It was definitely a step up in terms of quality and brought a sizable amount of extra content, including an extra map and skins over Operation Payback, while also bringing a ton of quality of life changes that let more people experience the operation. Now, I still wouldn't consider this a top-tier operation, not by a fair stretch, but it took what worked about Operation Payback and innovated on it, while tweaking and adjusting the things that hadn't worked quite so well. The skins were a really nice touch, and tying them into the operation itself was genius, as we'd see Valve do this for every single operation going down the line. Furthermore, including the ability for people who hadn't purchased the pass to obtain some new skins too was a solid change and a brilliant way of onboarding people into the Operation ecosystem. If you enjoyed this look back on Operation Bravo, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future Operation videos, and please let me know in the comments if you got to experience Operation Bravo firsthand, and if not, what was your favourite operation? Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos in this series, and most of all, thanks for watching.